welcome back to How to Be Real, a place where we can be real in a world obsessed with fake. I am Tasha B. I'm an actor, filmmaker, and creator that is really happy to be here and is doing anything and everything to take care and bring joy to my life.
Period. I love that.
Yes, girl.
And I'm Tay. I am a creative producer, lover of all things wellness, your favorite local yogi, and also happy to be here with you.
And speaking of here, we're not in our usual spot,
Right.
But we roll with punches.
We
and
do.
Actually, very, like you said, happy to be in this space.
Mm-hmm.
Very zen.
It
We're
is
in a
very
yoga
zen.
studio, so
Yes, so one of my favorite local yoga studios that I do
Yes.
teach at, Isak Fitness. If you're watching on YouTube, you see the vibes.
You see the
It's
vibes.
good, good shui.
We got plants, we got sun, we got all that. It's very nice. But now that is out the way, I say, how you doing, Tay?
I'm hanging on, girl. I am hanging on.
I heard that.
I'm hanging on and hanging on and hanging on. I feel like there's so much going on in the world. And honestly, it's just, the empath in me just be feeling all the people's emotions. And then it makes me feel hella emotions.
Yeah.
Even ones I can't necessarily pinpoint. So I don't know. It's we real up there right now. But good things are coming. Good things are happening.
Oh yeah. The people are mobilized. The people are activated.
Yeah.
That is real.
It's real.
Yeah.
How are you feeling, doing all the things?
Yeah, for me, it's everything that you said, hanging on. And everything I said in my intro today of just trying to inject joy into my life. Something that I love that I said at the end of the last episode. And I love that I was listening to it back and I really said, like, I'm talking to myself. Because I really was when I was like, if you don't see the joy around you, make it your mission to look for it. Now it's on your mind. Now you're deciding, okay, whatever the joy is, even if it's, I'll just make myself a peanut butter and jelly, or you know what, instead of, I don't know, sitting down, I'm gonna lay down because that feels comfortable. Whatever it is, however simple it needs to be, that's what I'm doing. So
I love that.
That's how I'm kind of doing things. And then also, like I mentioned to you earlier, not getting so consumed with the fear and the anger and the, what the fuck? You're like, how could you think like this? Kind of, mindset where you're just like, wow, this is really crazy.
This is a lot. This is heavy.
Yeah. I think while we're acknowledging that, we also need to acknowledge that, like, yeah, but at the same time, there are, like you said, people that are doing great things. Like both can be true at the same time, and definitely giving space to the feelings because what the hell, American government?
What the fuck?
The hell?
What the fuck?
Like, who knew we could be this shocked by the American government? But golly.
I thought I couldn't give them even more shocked.
If they didn't say, hold my beer. God, dog, man, what the heck?
We're about to go in.
What the heck is going on? Like, the message is very clear.
The message is super clear. Fuck you guys.
Don't care about you.
Yeah.
We made they not like us. And like, yeah, we are not. And we know that. And we are glad you do. Like, okay.
We don't want to be.
Yeah. The government has drawn a line in the sand. My God. Well, and we still here.
Right. I'm still here.
And we ain't going nowhere. So mad as you are that we're here, you can't get rid of us.
Okay. Not that easy.
I'm going to keep showing up. So yeah, I'll round this out by saying, like, yes, pay attention to what's going on, but also do not, like, become it. Pay attention to what's going on, but also shut that out sometimes too. Know your limits, listen to your body, listen to your emotions, your nervous system. If it's too much, step away.
Yeah.
There's no need to, none of this is going to happen fast. There's no immediate threat to your life yet, hopefully. If you're in a safe space and you can check in and say, actually, I'm not in danger right now, which is a blessing, let's acknowledge that and take space when we need space.
Absolutely. That's one.
Yeah, so that, well, actually, okay, because something that we all know right now is the importance of community, whether that be
Mm.
online, us, your podcast community,
Yes.
or
Love
most
you.
important, in real life communities. That is what's going to be important. I do want to mention that here with like all this talk of the government right now, being that the federal government is really a regime at this point. Now it's time to turn our attention to our local governments because that is who we're going to go to say, hey, no.
Yeah, we're not.
That's where our voices are going to be really heard. So call your representatives, get the info from your Congress people. You can write letters, you can send text messages, you can send emails, you can phone call to make sure your voice is heard. And also these local elections that are going to be happening. I think they happen like every 2 years or something like that. There will be at least 2 local ballot measures and propositions that we can vote on. So keep your eyes peeled for that because that's how you can actually affect change in your community.
True. So. Plus one to that. And also, start with you and your home. Like if you know that you could be a little bit more kind to your sister, your mom, or your brother, your partner, your neighbor, start there too. You know what I mean?
Co-workers. I like that.
Give a little kindness, give a little grace when you can. Remember that we're all in it together, and just
we all we got because we don't got billions.
Okay,
so it's just us,
right? We're wealthy in community, wealthy in kindness.
Oh yeah, girl. And if there's anything that the way we reacted to that whole CEO healthcare situation was an indicator, when we all together, they scared of us.
They are.
So we got to remember that too. The people have the power. And always
all power
have
to the people.
And always have. So all that we need to wake up, now's the time to be woke because they literally speak out against it. So let's stay woke.
Stay woke.
More than ever. Stay woke now.
Right. And we'll be here through a lot of it, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, we'll be here balancing the woke with the wellness.
Yes.
Keeping it real, but also staying alive.
Yep. That part.
Okay.
Come back.
That brings me to my shout out. It's like the perfect segue to that. I want to shout out local libraries.
Aww.
They are one of the last free community spaces. You can go in there and it is a resource for obviously books. I know they do tool rentals. You can rent DVDs. They have meeting rooms or study rooms that you can go in and for free book your little time slot and be in there. Whether you have video call, video meeting, interview, in real life meeting with some people.
A co-working space.
Right, co-working space. They have free internet. You need a library card. You can get on the internet, get on the computer. Printers.
I was going to say printer. I just paid $36 to print 20 pages.
See?
So I need to get my library card.
Hit the library.
Right.
And then also, though, I wanted to tell a little story. I was looking to do a vision board. And I was like, where can I get magazines? I went to thrift stores. And then online, they were like, your local library. So I went to the library, asked the lady about, I'm just looking for like National Geographic, like nice pictures for my vision board. I walked out with, I kid you not, like 30 of them. And she did not charge me. She was like, you can just have these. We have so many of them. You can just have them.
Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that's so good to know. So, I need to go hit up Bell Coolidge.
Trying to do a vision board, need some old magazines, library for free. They'll hook you up there. Everyone is so they're there to help you, and it's free. You don't spend any money. So yes, and also you can stream. You can rent movies and shows on streaming via the Hoopla app. Hoopla. It's called
Hoopla.
HOOPLA. Or cute. Overdrive if you don't have access to Hoopla. Overdrive is how it's spelled, just one word. And then, you can rent movies and shows for free. Check them out like you do at the library.
How perfect.
And also Libby, if you are into audiobooks or reading books on your phone or tablet.
Yep.
All that free with your library card. But that will transition us to our 3 realists.
Hey.
And right now, it is things that are simple, but add luxury to our lives.
Yes. So for me, first thing, simple, that I love to do in the morning, it's a part of my morning routine, moisturizing my face.
That is a luxurious feeling.
It is. It just feels like, I do, I wet my face, I do my little, early morning cleanse with the water, and I do it with cold water, super cold water, and then I'll put some like a little oil mixture on, and then I'll do some shea butter, and then I'll do my sunscreen. I just be feeling like I'm glossy.
Yeah.
I just like I like the glossy look, you know. It's very nice. I guess the kids these days would say like what do they call it? Glass skin. I like the glass skin.
Okay.
So
that's a good one. That's a good one. I usually do mine at night. I do like a night slather because you lose a lot of moisture at night.
Hell
so
yeah.
that's when I do like a thick vitamin E with hyaluronic acid.
Yes.
I'm just like, just let me, what do you call that? Marinate overnight. Let me marinate in these moisturizing oils.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
It's the best. It's the best. Okay. My second one is I love something that just feels like luxury. I love going to coffee shops. Coffee shops, especially cute ones with a nice little vibe.
Right, all the plants.
Right, exactly. Got a good playlist. Y'all got cute, like, glassware if you, eat there or drink in
right,
there.
Cute mugs.
Exactly. Then I got this. Then I got Tasha's beautiful
my tea set
gold leopard
with a saucer.
Tea set, right?
Shout out to my sister-in-law Keisha. This is a great gift.
Seriously, they're so cute. But yeah, I just love like going in there and romanticizing my life. I'm like,
especially if you have your laptop.
Exactly.
I'm writing a script.
Yes. I'm just, and then even when I'm just like popping in to get a little cup to go, I come in and I just feel super just main character in the coffee shop every time. So love it. And my last thing, I guess this isn't. Oh, no, it is. It's like small, but also like it's not like inexpensive, but having my hair done. You know what I mean? I love having a good like hairstyle, whatever it is. If it's like just some juicy, solid curls, you know what I mean? If it's a really perfectly set fro, if it's like right now I got the straight
Okay,
hair.
you got the blowout.
If it's a good blowout, I just feeling like, putting the time, because it is time. No matter if you go and get it done or if you're doing it yourself, putting in the time into me, specifically my hair, it makes me feel like that girl.
Like life is going well.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. If my hair looks good, I look good and I feel good. So, three lists.
I love that. I love that. One that I didn't put on here that I will is like a good hair wash.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God. Washing your hair, oiling your scalp and moisturizing it. It's like, I just did that the other day and I was like, this is like, it would be that much better if someone else did it. But even me doing it, you feel so clean.
Yes. It's been a minute since I had a fresh hair wash. Well, I guess since my birthday.
Okay.
Yeah, that was nice. But I'm very much looking forward to washing my hair tonight because it is time for this straight hair to go bye. I'm like, last night I woke up in the middle of the night scratching my head. Like I was just,
I hate those.
And I went through just a tossing, turning. Like, why does my head itch so bad?
Oh, I hate that.
And then I wake up in the morning and my head feels normal. I'm like, why at night? Why at 2:30 in the morning?
Mites were active on your scalp.
I guess so. I'm like, ew, fuck you, dirty bitch. No,
parasites were active last night.
So I'm like, it's time. It is time. We kept her for the video today.
Okay,
and that is about it.
I heard that.
So, what are your 3 lists, my friend?
Yes. So my 3 list, little luxuries.
Yes, little luxuries.
The first one is I just got for Christmas, not with this set, but a personal teapot. So it literally was like a mug with a little teapot for like 1.5 cups of tea probably fit in there. You just put 1 tea bag and I brew all of my tea in it now. Ever since I've got it for Christmas, I use it for my nighttime and my daytime tea. And I like it because I can brew my tea and then just pour little cups of it. And I just it feels so, and I like it. It stacks. Oh, it's very cute. And it makes me feel like my tea it just elevates it.
Yes.
Like, my tea is top tier.
Top
tier. My tea is good. This is,
And it's hella hot and fresh,
yes.
too.
And it kind of does give the vibe of, like you said, the coffee shop vibe. Like I'm sitting here and I have my tea, and I like it because in the teapot, it stays warm until I'm ready to drink it. So sometimes I want it, with my breakfast, before my breakfast, after, but it's there. And I'll brew my tea, my nighttime tea in it, put it by my nightstand, and then go do my nighttime routine
I
with my
love.
hair, wrapping my hair and moisturizing my skin. And then by the time I like get in bed and I'm ready to have my tea, it's like nice and perfectly brewed. I just unstack it, pour it in my cup, and I have a fresh cup
Fresh
of brewed
ass
tea, and I
tea.
don't even have to fuss with the tea bag. Like
And that's like fresh ass tea.
it's so good.
Like
It's so good.
that sounds
I love it.
amazing. I love
it
that.
So much. Small gift, but loved it. Body oils and lotions is my next one. Moisturizing your face is I love that, but for me it's just my body. When my body is moisturized and I have a nice body oil that smells good, or a lotion. My sister got me this really nice hand cream for my birthday, and whenever I put that on, it's so thick, so you just need like a little bit, and whenever I put that on my hands, I swear my hands are like glowing, and they just feel so soft. I'm like, oh, this is luxury. Like, use it sparingly. That's not one. If I had it, if someone's like, do you have lotion? I'm not going to tell you I have lotion. I have hand cream.
I have hand cream.
I do not have lotion, because if I give this to you and you put it on your arms or legs, I'm going to look at you like, girl, this is for your hands.
It's for your hands. Hand cream. For them crusty dusties. Okay?
Don't try to OD on my hand cream.
Your big old gorilla knuckles.
Using all my hand cream. Your gnarled fingers. Get them off my hand cream. Gross. Crusty ass. No. But the last one for me is incense and candles.
Oh, so good.
In abundance in my house. I love scented candles. Whenever I want to light a scented candle, I want to be able to. That feels like, something in my life is going right. If I just feel like I want to light a candle, I don't feel like, oh, they're all running low. When I get like that, I'm like, okay, I need to buy 2 candles, because I can't be feeling deprived of candle.
I can't.
It's a basic human need since the beginning of time, since the invention of candles. So that, and then incense, because I'm like, the rare points in my life where I've had neither, where I'm like, I don't have a scented candle to light or an incense, and I'm like, I just need.
You're just stuck with house smell.
Yeah, and I'm like, I could open windows and vacuum and mop and do everything, but I'm also like, it would really hit if I could just light an incense or a candle now.
Yes, that's so true. Those are all really great.
Yeah.
I'm like +1ing every single one in my head. I'm like,
yes. Right? It's like, this is like, my house is a home.
Yes, my house is a home. Literally, we like cleaned up head to toe, like rooter to the tutor of the house this weekend. And even though it smelled really nice, clean, not like too chemically, because we had the doors open or the windows open, but just clean, just fresh.
Yeah.
When that incense got lit, the elevation in the vibe. You feel
like you can finally sit down. You feel like, now I want to make
especially
something
after the shower, the after clean shower.
Oh my God.
An incense blowing, some tea.
And then later on, some dinner cooking. Your house just smells like,
you made, that's the good layers. That's the good layers of the house. Oh God.
This is how my house should smell.
Exactly.
When you come home, that's a warm welcome.
Yes.
A nice, clean incense. Then later on dinner, food cooking vibe.
So good. And that's how when you go on vacation and you come back to your house and your house ain't got,
it's like
haven't been lived in. Yeah. It just smells like, okay.
Materials.
Well, wood.
Drywall.
Dust.
Wood and
dust. You're like, bro, see, you need me in here.
You need me in here. You need me in here doing what I do.
That's why this is, without us, this is just a house. This is just a house.
With us here, it's a home.
Okay.
That will transition us to our weekly reel.
Yes.
This episode, we have a nice juicy one, which is letters to our daughters. We both don't have daughters, but I was inspired. I started reading Maya Angelou's book, A Letter to My Daughters. And she also didn't have a daughter, and she just wanted to pass some wisdom on. And really easy read, really good read, very uplifting read for the times. Highly recommended. But that inspired me to like, okay, so what would we tell our daughters, to survive and thrive, and, just kind of some wisdom, some little gems we could pass, life lessons.
Little gems to drop.
Tay, you wanna start with one of yours?
Kick us off? Yeah, heck yeah. First one, big one, listen to and trust your gut. Listen to and trust your gut, baby girl. Because people will try to trick you and turn you around and make you gaslight you, make you doubt yourself constantly. Honestly, I'm gonna be real. We learn to doubt ourselves from childhood.
Oh yeah,
You know,
definitely.
like, and it's like one of those things that we really do have to unlearn and relearn. Like, okay, what does confidence in me and my choices look like? How can I tune back into my intuition and my inner self and my inner knowing? Like, that is work. Like, I feel
It
like I did
is.
so much of that work in therapy.
Oh yeah.
And like, this is something that I would absolutely need to underline in my daughter. Like, hopefully, that she takes as much from that as she could. Girl, trust your gut. You know what's
Trust your
right.
gut. Trust your gut.
Trust it.
And that is a very good one. Good way to
Right?
kick it off too, because it really is listening to not just your gut, but just yourself. And
Yes.
trusting your own opinion. And like you said, we are not taught to just do that. It is something that a lot of us end up having to relearn how to do, or learn how to do, just period, because we've never had it. So yeah, that's a really good one.
Yeah.
I wholeheartly agree with that.
And it's crazy because I feel like, or it's interesting, should I say, because my therapist, she's always like, so how does that feel in your body? Right?
Triggering question.
Yeah. How does that feel in your body? And when I first started going to her, I'd get a little, like, not irritated with the question, but I'd just kind of, it'd be a little eye roll with the question. Like, girl, what do you mean? How does this feel? Like, and it would be in response to, I'll give an example for the listeners. Like, it's like, okay, I am aggravated that I had to work an extra 2 hours at work today. And she'd be like, oh, okay. So you said you're aggravated. Let's see. How does that feel in your body? Like aggravation. Right. I don't know. Like, and so it was a process to like understand what that meant. Like, okay, let me check in with my body. Like, where am I feeling some of these emotions? And I think sometimes that does help you like pinpoint what the emotion is after a while. But all that to say, doing that body scan of like, all right, where am I feeling this? That is trusting your quote gut. It doesn't have to be your gut. It could be
your body.
Yourself.
Yeah. Just like, hey, this is feeling something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. It is kind of like mind-body connection is something that it's easy to have when you're doing yoga or working out or running or doing something physical. But in acting, we talk a lot about, prior to like going into an audition or doing a scene or getting on stage, whatever it is you're going to do, there is something you have to do to get into your body. As actors, a lot of us have like little rituals that we do, and for me it's important for it to be something a little bit different each time. For each thing, but it is, again, something, it's like whether it's pacing in a circle, doing like some jumps, doing some punches, whatever it is, do something in your body right before you're about to, like, okay, like before that play, I'd be on the other side of the door, like doing like hip circles.
Ooh,
and just anything to like get me into whatever vibe I want to feel, or just get me in my body, so that when I go on this stage, I'm not in my head about lines. I'm actually in my body, ready to come through the door as who I'm supposed to be.
Ready to make a show. Huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Get into your body.
Yes.
And I think that question, maybe why it's so triggering, is because that's exactly what it does. You're like talking about how things feel and what you think, and it's like, okay, how does that feel in your body? And then you're like, sometimes I notice my shoulders drop when I go to answer. I'm thinking about like, oh, well, let me just the awareness of your body makes you like, well, release some tension. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
Very interesting question. But yes, wholeheartedly agree. Trust yourself. Trust your intuition. Trust your knowing.
Yes.
Trust that you have wisdom.
Yes.
My first one, I would say that vulnerability and empathy are strengths and not weaknesses. Even though there are times where having empathy for others you can get taken advantage of. There are times where if you're vulnerable, you might not be met with the best audience, or you might end up getting hurt or whatever. That does not make those things weaknesses just because someone exploits them. People can exploit strengths. People can exploit any aspect of us. But vulnerability, and for me, I found so much more power in vulnerability than I did, I guess, just like not being vulnerable. And I also think it helps us to get where we want to get with certain things. Like, for example, for me, acting, a lot of the best actors are such vulnerable people, such vulnerable artists. Painters, if you think of anything, or in relationships, the more vulnerable you can be with a person, like, that's how close you guys can get. That's how deep your connection can be. So vulnerability is absolutely a strength. And once we can get over that, for me, that was one of the first things in therapy that I remember significantly changing my life, is my perspective on vulnerability, and feeling like, I don't know, like I had just such a distrustful heart. I did not trust at all. Like my environment, the people around me, I did not trust. And so, for me, it was like allowing myself to be vulnerable and trusting myself, going back to what you said, trusting myself that if I do get hurt, I will be okay.
Yeah. Oof.
I know how to get back up after falling. I'll be all right. It might not be great.
It's not ideal.
It's not ideal. I might fail. I might get embarrassed. I might get my heart broken. All these things may happen, but I trust myself enough to know that I can get back up.
Yeah.
I'll be okay.
Like, it will be okay.
I'll be okay. I can do hard things.
Period.
But yes, embrace that vulnerability and that empathy, and never stop, because the world is a crazy place that will really have you feeling like you can't be vulnerable, or you shouldn't have empathy for others, but you absolutely should. Absolutely should, especially in times when they're trying to make you feel like you shouldn't. That's when you really freaking should.
That's where you lean in, honey.
And leaning into empathy right now is hard.
Yeah,
for some.
It is.
And especially when you're feeling like lack of empathy from over there, you want to totally like flip the bird to these people on the other side. But that's not what's gonna, like, it's so crazy and cliche, but that's not what's gonna evoke the change. Like, that's not gonna get us anywhere, like, sadly to say.
I know. It's easy. It's the easier way though. That's why people probably take it so often, because it's way easier to lack empathy, to see people as numbers, or to see people as like othered, things like that, and not think of like the things that the similarities,
not think of their humanity.
Their humanity, exactly. But I think that's excellent. The vulnerability, that is key, because I feel like for so long I thought I was being vulnerable, but I wasn't. Guarded. I thought I was being open, and I was like, I'm an open book. I feel like I wear my heart on my sleeve. And then slowly people were like, I feel like I don't know shit about what you be going through.
I feel like I probably told you that.
Yeah.
Like, girl, I had no idea.
Yeah, literally.
Who are you?
Yeah, literally. Like, damn, you seem like you're very cool, but you also like kind of give like
steady. That's what I would say. Very steady, which is like, again, one of the first things I said about Taylor was like, that's not sustainable. Like, and not on no, like, not even trying to like be a hater, but I just remember feeling like, I wonder like, what do be going on? Because like, I know. And at the time, like, you didn't have a car, you were walking, and you would be like, I got here by 30, and you're just like
right
so
on the light rail,
and I'm like, girl, do you want to ride home? Like, you're about to take the bus right now,
bro. Like, okay,
and you're so cool about it. See, I would have been, everybody would have knew. Like, 5:30. Don't talk. Like, I would have really worn that on my face.
Yeah.
So I feel like you're very steady. I mean, you still are, but I do feel like in certain spaces where,
with my loved ones, with my close people,
kind of drop your shoulders a little bit.
Yes,
you will be like, girl, I don't know, but I'll figure it out.
Exactly. Like, it's like, okay, know when to. I think that also, it comes back to trust too. Yeah. Knowing when to like let the guard down and be able to talk and but at the same time, it's like, levels to the vulnerability though. Levels to it. I can't
and like
open it up.
And like we say every time, I feel like we say this every episode, time and place.
Yes, time and place.
It is not, no.
My daughter also needs to know that. Time and place.
Time and place. You can't be vulnerable with everybody. No. And really all it takes is one or two times for your vulnerability to get exploited, disregarded, ignored, unappreciated, attacked, whatever it is.
Yes.
For you to be like, okay, this is not a safe space for that. I won't bring that here anymore. And that takes discernment.
Yes.
And it does take, listening to yourself and slowing down and being like, ooh, I didn't like that. Why didn't I like that? Ooh, I didn't like how they responded when I said this. So maybe don't share that next time. Cool. Won't bring that up again.
That's that.
Yeah, what's your next one?
Hold standards for yourself in the same way that you hold standards for other people.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because I feel like, I think that that's
I
going
agree
to be,
with that. But go ahead.
Because I feel like, look, maybe I'm assuming that my daughter's like me. You know what I mean? And I think that's a lot of moms probably do that automatically.
Right.
Even though your child's going to be a whole different person. But in this example, I'm assuming my child's like me. And I think when I say this, I'm speaking from a place of like, hold yourself up a little bit more, because you really are like dope. You know what I mean? Like, you might be holding standards up for like other people of how they come into your life and approach you. Like, okay, you can't come to me like da 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 da. You over here wearing high waters and you think that you could, whatever.
Wearing high waters.
I'm just saying, we start light. So it's like, and of course, if it's anything deeper than that,
right,
you can't cross these gates. You know what I mean? But then when it comes to you, then it's like, I can let myself kind of like slip here, or like, I can give myself a pass on, not showing up for myself in this way. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, kind of like not keeping promises to yourself. You want other people to keep all their promises to you, but you're not keeping all your promises to yourself. So that's really where I'm coming from when I say that. Yeah. So yeah, because I feel like, girl, if you're going to, my lovely, beautiful cherub of a child, if you're going to like have these standards for other people, great. And I want you to hold your standards high, but also I'm gonna need you to put in all that same effort and like kind of pride and all that into yourself. Keeping the promises into yourself, hold them tightly. Yeah. Same effort, more effort, if not more effort into you. Yeah. So that's kind of how I'm feeling.
Okay. Now that you explain it, I'm like, okay, I can agree with that. I feel though, I think it was more in the order in which you put it, where you're like, what do you call it? Like the same standards you have for them have for you. Whereas for me, I think it feels more like whatever standards you set for yourself is how you're going to judge others. Like when you think of people that are judging people, they're judging themselves twice as hard as they're judging a person outside of them. So I think it's one of those things to where what you were just saying about like, if you keep all of your promises to yourself, if you, like you said, set these standards for yourself, that's gonna like, you're gonna reflect that, and that's gonna like without effort come to you. Yeah. And so for me, I think I would just flip that part of it, where it's just like, if you do focus on that, just know that you are going to cultivate a vibration and you're going to attract very like things. And then it'll also set the standard to where you're just like, hey, I'm somebody that really likes to, keep my promises. And if you're not keeping promises, then babe, we're not jiving. Like I'm not hanging out with you. So that part I do agree with, where it's like, once we have the standard for ourselves, it's cool. But like in grace, for me, it's crazy how sometimes you can give a stranger grace on something, but you will rip yourself apart for the same thing. And so I think to me, that's where that comes in, where it's like, okay, if you give yourself grace, imagine the grace you can give for others.
Absolutely. Yes.
And right now we need all the grace we can give.
Okay. Absolutely.
My next one is something that I had to step into my dang on power with is you are allowed to have feelings and you should care about them. Yeah. And honestly, you're the only one that's supposed to. No one else is supposed to. It's great if they do. Love people who care about our feelings. And you will have people that care about your feelings. People who care about you will care about your feelings. But the only person that needs to care about them is you. Give yourself permission to feel your feelings. And maybe that means the only place you could do that is in a closet by yourself. That's the only place you feel like I can let it all go. then have that space for yourself.
Yep.
You
Hold
know,
that space for yourself.
yeah. So
Ooh, that's a good one.
that's like, once I learned to do that, and I'm like, okay, I'm responsible for these. And now it kind of, when you feel powerful, you feel like, oh yeah, no one can, all that thing when you find yourself like, he made me mad. And it's like, ooh, you let him make you mad. And I think that was like, you remember when people say fucked up shit and they'd be like, you mad? And then that would just make you even more mad.
Yes.
Like, oh, you mad? And now everyone's laughing at you because they made you mad. And it's like, okay, that was a lesson in, you can't just be letting people make you mad.
Yeah.
Or at least don't let them think they made you mad.
Okay.
At the very least, hold it together till you get.
Can't let them see you sweat.
Okay, cannot let them see you sweat, because not everybody deserves that. And really, you shouldn't, don't give them the power to control your mood, control your day, control how you feel.
Yep.
Because that's the only thing we can control. That's it.
Okay.
Our feelings, our bodies, this here.
And that doesn't mean like suppress the feeling either. Still feel it, but
no, I'm saying definitely give it space within you. And if that means I'm walking away, then that's what it means. You ain't gonna see me sweat, but I'm about to sweat.
Okay.
So bye.
So bye.
Let me go sweat in the car.
Gotta go over here.
Let me go in the bathroom and sweat, and then wipe my face, and then come back and be like, man, whatever.
Whatever.
I didn't care, bro. It wasn't even a good joke. Wasn't even funny.
It wasn't even funny for real. There was no storyline.
Whatever, bro. You lame. Walk away. Unbothered.
That's good. That's a good one. I think a lot of these are just like, as we're saying them out loud, I'm having like these flashback moments. And I think also too, when I was preparing for this, having these flashback moments of like talking to my own mom.
Yeah.
And remember hearing her say certain things. And, I don't know what is it about being younger that stuff is just like, whoop, right over your head, or it just doesn't hit that hard.
Or you just like, want to combat it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Like they say something that makes perfect sense. Like, this guy is really like, well, sometimes it's not. So whatever, mom. And then you're just like, why? She was totally right. And then, at this age, is around the age that you're like, nah, yeah, my mom was totally right. That's why she did that.
Yes. And sometimes I'd be thinking like, I wish I would have listened to her more.
If only
I would have listened.
But I feel like what hadn't finished baking yet was our discernment.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're so focused on individuating that you're like, anything that's not my own original thought, I just won't even. At least that was me. I was just like, no, I need to think for myself. But you're not realizing how limited that brain is, because you're 17, you're 16, girl, you don't know anything.
You don't live in a 300 square foot house.
Where have you been? You haven't even been outside of Sacramento. You've never been anywhere.
You loving that 300 square foot house. Honey. You like, this is my
and it ain't even the whole house is your room. Your room, the kitchen, and living room. That's it.
That you're allowed to decorate. That's your freedom.
That's your space. Your designated space is a little room, 8 by 10.
You're like, Mom, this is my room. That's how you feel. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's very interesting. I had a good time going through some of these.
Yeah.
Okay, so my next one is allow yourself to love and be loved.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that.
Allow yourself to be loved. Yes. Yeah, like, because, okay, it is a cold, cold world. But like, really allowing yourself to feel love is, I think, also just getting curious about what love feels like for you, to you. Because I think like when we're born, that's all we know. You know what I mean? It's just all love. That's it. And we have so much, I think babies have so much discernment. Like, babies be feeling the energy, honey. They be like, no, don't.
Instantly start wailing.
Literally.
Don't let them touch me.
The babies are like, I don't like that.
Even little toddlers, they will tell you
yeah.
straight up.
They will. Because
I've heard a toddler say, I don't like you, and walk away. I feel like I said that as a kid. I don't like you. I don't want to hug you. Like, oh my God.
Like, oh.
But it's very much, that's discernment.
Literally.
It gets lost somewhere, and then we get it back.
We get like, it gets like whooped out of us or beat out of us.
But I think it's like, also society. You can't go around talking to people like that. So I get why. Like,
you could.
You can't say, I mean, you could, but.
You could. Is it like
should you?
Socially acceptable? No.
Should you though? And I mean, hey, some people would argue, yeah, you should be like, I don't want to hug you. And hey, if you say that to me, I'm like, okay.
You use your words.
Noted. Thank you. But just kind of like, I could just put that vibe off.
Mm-hmm.
I could just not hug you.
I could just not hug you. How about that? Hard to say that.
Yeah.
Right. I don't have to say it.
I
I
could just
just
be like, hey,
hi. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. So being able to like stay connected to loving, you know, and then also allowing yourself to be loved. Like, I think it took me a while to be able to like truly accept like compliments, and I think even stuff like that, that is a form of love, you know, like stuff coming, even if it's coming from somebody you have no idea who they are, it's still a form, in my eyes, a form
yeah,
of
it's like
love.
words of affirmation.
Exactly, exactly. And allowing it to come to you, whether it be through like short interactions like that, whether it be through big moments like with your parents or through a romantic partner, like truly just allowing yourself to give into it when it feels right.
Yeah.
When it feels right, when it feels right,
When it feels right.
when it feels real, and
when it's
it feels
authentic. Yeah.
and healthy and
Yeah.
and all the things, all the parameters and disclaimers that I need to put out
And
there.
more importantly, the love that you want to feel.
Exactly.
Not everyone feels love the same way. Not everyone expresses love the same way. So yeah, that's a really good one. It's a really good one. I feel like mine so important, and I feel like there's self-love, and then there's what I'm gonna say, which is be your own bestie. Like, it's so crazy that like if you would have asked me 2 years ago, who's your best friend, I would have said someone else. I would have said a person other than myself. But now the first person that comes to mind is like, oh, me, girl. We are thick as thieves. We literally do everything together. I've known her my whole life. She is so cool. Like it really is, because at the end of the day, I think there's a lot of issues in our lives that stem from not being comfortable alone, not being comfortable just sitting. And that can be either other people, or maybe you just have to be consuming some type of media. You have to be online, you have to be listening to music, you have to be watching something if you're home alone. And there is a beauty in knowing that like, hey, if all the power goes out and all I have is a candle and a book, or maybe all I have is a candle and, you know, a comfortable place to sit, I know that I can have a good time, have a nice time. Sure, I can find something to do. I can entertain myself, or I could, God forbid, just sit here and enjoy the silence. And I feel like that for me was a real tipping point in life of being like, you know, you find yourself in the car and you're driving for heck along, and you're in a chill mood, you're just chilling, and there's no music and there's no podcast and there's literally nothing on. It's just you with you, just doing nothing. And you're like, I love that. I now am at a point where I can crave that, where I just want to I just need everything to stop and me to just sit here, whether it be at the park so I could just stare at the sky or a pond or something. But it's very peaceful. And I know that if it's like back in the day, it would be like, oh, I'm going to have to drive, you know, to Roosevelt Gallery. And it's like, oh, if I do that, that's a long way to drive. Like, I would love to have someone with me, or maybe I'm talking on the phone while I'm on the way there. Whereas now I'm like, no, if it's just me going out there and walking around the mall, I can have a good time. Like, I could really mosey around, do my thing, take just my time. Really enjoy my own company. So that is something that is a life raft in this life, is knowing that you have yourself. And sometimes that's all you're going to have. And that's the truth of it all.
Girl, say that.
At the times when in my life, you know, there's always times where we're just like, oh my God, it's just me by myself dealing with this. The times where I actually saw myself or felt an ally in myself, it just made those times way more tolerable, way more bearable and uplifting. Like, I was able to find my way out of these depths a lot easier when it's like I have myself. But when you're knocked down and then you keep knocking yourself down, it just makes it way harder to get up. So
I love that.
Be your own bestie, girl.
Be your own bestie. Seriously. Oh my gosh, that's so true. I know I started doing something because I work from home. And so I started to make sure that like on the days where I'm not leaving, like to go work from a coffee shop or go work from somewhere else, where I'm actually at home, I don't like turn the TV on, or, you know, I try to like just work in silence for like, you know, until Rod comes home, which is around like 5:00-ish. And so I'm like, let me just like, unless it's just, I mean, I'm not like super duper strict about it where it's like, okay, no, you can't. But for the most part, I'm like, okay, during at least until like, you know, I get up to take a walk or something like that and I come back, I try to monitor the vibe, but I try to make sure that I have like that quiet time with just me and my brain, you know what I mean, to just do whatever. And you're so right. Like that silence is really nice.
It is. It really is. My next one is don't take yourself too seriously. Because life isn't serious.
That's a good one.
There are no rules for real. Like there are laws that you do need to follow if you don't want to go to prison. But also there's no rule of life that says you can't be a prisoner. You can do whatever you want to do. You really can. You got to deal with consequences. Now actions have consequences, right? Because we still live in reality. But you could be whatever kind of person you want. You can decorate your house however you want. You can dress however you want. You can get piercings wherever you want. You can dye your hair whatever color. Your choice. You can create a job for yourself if you don't see one you like. Like, that's the beauty of it, but it's also the, like, message here. Yeah. Please, do not take yourself so seriously. Just don't. If you're awkward, be awkward. Embrace it.
Embrace it. Lean into it. Lean into it.
You.
Yes. Mine that I had on here is I feel like it goes perfectly with that, is trust that your journey is the right one, which I think is just a different way of saying what you said. Yeah. Like, yes, because girl, we've both been in situations where we remember just being like, people trying to control our journey, trying to tell us what it is, or
us trying to adopt someone else's idea of like success or love or whatever it is. It's like, your definition is the right definition, like you said. I like that. And yeah, be goofy, mess up. It's okay. Color outside the lines. Give yourself permission to fail. Give yourself permission to not be good at something, because you can't be good at everything. So yeah, I'm talking to myself today, and anyone, my daughter, little cousins,
mini
nieces, anyone who needs that, like, yeah, don't take it too seriously. This life ain't serious.
Clearly,
if this year has shown us nothing, it ain't that serious.
It's not that deep.
Yeah.
Like, be free. Be free.
Be free. Be free to be yourself. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Because my one kind of meshed in with yours, but my last one is, my loving child. If you're my child, you need to hear this. Take time to make your decisions. Take your time, baby girl. Ain't nobody in a rush. Ain't nobody in a rush. They can wait. Yes. They can wait. Yes. Whatever question it is, I don't care what question it is. They can wait. And 9 times out of 10, I think that, I don't know. How do you feel about this, Taj? I feel like sometimes when somebody asks you something, your like inner self, your inner knowing, your gut, as we've been talking about it, will kind of give you the immediate answer. But when you go back and you think about certain things, sometimes you stay with that same answer, but sometimes you end up changing it. Yeah. Sometimes that's for the better.
See, for me, slowing it down helped me to better discern between what's a reaction and what's actually that inner knowing.
Exactly.
Because sometimes the first answer is like, I don't want them to be mad, so here's this answer. And sometimes it's like, actually the right answer, or actually a true answer for you. And so for me, I'm like, it's hard to discern that. And one of the things you can do is, like you said, take that time to where you can actually maybe get out of, if something does dysregulate you, instead of answering in that state, you can calm the hell down and then be like, let me think about this. Yes. And then actually be like, okay, yeah, this is an actual choice, not just a reaction.
Exactly. So yeah, I love that
totally
element.
Agree. Yeah. Yeah. My next one is, don't waste time trying to be someone or something that you are not. And again, that's trusting your knowing. You know what you're not. A lot of the times we know what we're not before we know what we are. You ain't the one. You know that. You everyone knows that feeling, like, oh no, I'm not the one for this. Not the one. You know that I don't like that. Oh no, that is a one of the first ones. Yep. And it's maybe a little bit more rare, or a little bit more what do you call it? It's like always shifting and evolving. The like what I am. Oh, this feels like me. Because something could feel like you for a while, and then next year you're like, ugh, I would never do that.
I know we go through these phases.
Yeah, that always changes. And so be fluid with those ones, but you do be knowing when something is just not you. And don't try to, I don't know, force the you out of you. I don't know. I'm not someone that could work in a cubicle 9 to 5. You know that about yourself. So do what you need to do to not be in that cubicle, or whatever. You're not a creative. Okay, don't force yourself to try to prove that to disprove that to anybody or yourself. Be creative when it's fun, but just know that that's maybe not a big aspect of who you are. That's all right. Everyone's different, and you got to embrace you, baby.
Yep.
So
You have to embrace you. Get curious about who you are, what you like, what you don't like, all the things. Like, it's okay. Try things.
And don't yuck your own yums. If someone else is like, you like anime or that video game isn't, and it's like, okay, it may be weird to you, but I enjoy this.
Right.
So I know what you want me to do.
My mom always said, like, if you see something on somebody's plate and you think that it does not look good or it looks nasty or you don't like it, do not say anything about what they got going on over there.
Because you're not eating it.
It's
not your thing.
That's exactly what she would say. And I feel like that is such a good, like, just life lesson.
Yes.
Not just about not just in the cafeteria, honey.
Okay.
But every step of life. Looking over and you got nothing great to say about somebody or somebody's situation or life or whatever that is on their plate, don't say nothing. That has nothing to do with you. What does that over there on their plate have to do with you and what you're about to eat?
Nothing.
Not a thing.
Nothing at all.
So, mom wisdom.
I'm going to pause. So you're in like a sunspot and it's all over your face. So I would say either, go back. That looks good. Or speak forward. Okay, I'm going to stay here. Okay. Yes to all of that.
Thank you.
So my last one is short, sweet. Go after what you love.
Ooh.
You love it, you owe it to yourself to go after it. Try it. If it doesn't work out, okay, that's fine. Accept it. When you're ready to move on and walk away from it, do that. But absolutely, positively, give yourself a chance. You deserve to go after what you love, what brings you joy, whether it's for your career, for a hobby, for a side hustle, for just yourself at home, however it is, go after it. Introduce it into your life and make sure that, you're not ending your life with regrets, wondering coulda, shoulda, woulda. Yes. You owe it to yourself to try it. That's my thing.
Honestly, no notes, because absolutely
or
go
even
after
like
that
lovers.
shit.
If you love somebody, tell them. Don't spend your life being like, oh, I can't tell them. I mean, the worst they can say is no.
Yes.
And that would be devastating. But
go after your dreams.
But also, you don't want to live your life wondering what if you would have told that person how beautiful they were or how happy they made you or how much you loved their company, whether it be a friend or whatever. So yeah go after what you love, baby.
Go after what you love. Do what you love. Be who you love.
Yes, I love that. So unless you have another one, that was my last one.
I mean, honestly, I can pull them out.
Okay,
but
for real.
But no, I don't have any more written.
Okay. Well, that will take us to our new favorite segment. I don't like that.
I don't like that.
Where we discuss things that we just don't like. No judgment. Just opinions.
Just opinions.
That's it.
Okay. You know what I don't like? Paper straws.
I've seen so much less because I don't think anyone likes them.
Paper straw. You know who keeps doing it is the co-op.
Oh, yeah.
That
sounds co-op-y.
But you know what? Is like, it's one thing if I'm getting like a water cup and you give me a paper straw with a water cup. Okay, because that water is going to be gone very soon. Yeah. That's all right. I don't like this, but all right. You have the nerve. Jamba Juice, you're in this too. You have the nerve to serve me a paper straw with a smoothie?
Yeah. How's that going to work?
How's that going to work?
You better off giving me a spoon.
You basically
no straw and just open mouth cup.
You want me to suffocate because I've been sucking on this straw trying to get this giant chunk of banana up my straw situation.
It's bent. It's soggy. It's broken.
Right. And then don't let your straw sit in whatever water or liquid for too long, because then, like you said, it'll break. Yep. And then you can't suck anything out. And you're just like, all right, well, now I have this pile of mush in my cup.
And a dissolved paper, like cardboard thing.
Dissolved cardboard particles. Like, I agree. I have seen less and less of paper straws, but I just recently got one from the co-op. And I was like, bro, I thought we moved on to bamboo straws.
Yeah,
like
that's what I see more often.
What's going on with that?
That and then like recycled plastic ones. And those ones are often like pretty sturdy.
They are. They're sturdy. I want a sturdy straw.
Yeah.
I get it. Like, you know, we are trying to work to save the planet, but I'd rather have no straw. Just make a cup with a cute little lid like at the coffee houses.
Yeah.
Make it bigger so I could get smoothie items through it. And we're good, you know?
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. So I don't like that. Tosh, what you don't like?
My next one is people who are willfully ignorant. People that will not listen. Like, you know you have it wrong and you don't want to get it right. I don't like that at all. I'm sorry. I can't. Also can't respect it. I'm sorry. You're down to be wrong. You're down. You just like, nope, I don't care. I don't care. I'm not listening to anything. I'm wrong and I don't care. Like, that is disgusting. I'm sorry. Oh my God.
Yeah. Ugh. I don't want to hear it, or I don't see color, or, you know, just people who say things like that.
Those people where like you're like they'll be like, yeah, I don't know, like, you know, gravel is actually grass. And you're like, actually it's not. And then you show them like, actually gravel is rocks and it's not grass. And then they'll just be like, well, I don't care, I'm gonna keep saying it's grass.
You're like, okay,
so you're gonna keep spreading
lies,
misinformation.
Yeah, misinformation.
You're gonna keep saying this even though you know that it's not true. Okay. Willfully ignorant. Don't like it.
Don't like it.
Don't like it.
Don't like that.
Grow up.
Grow up.
Grow up and admit you're wrong.
When was the last time you told somebody to grow up?
Bro, like, I've been saying it so much lately though, because I'm just like, gosh, a lot of this stuff, you're just like, all these bullies, all these people that are just saying the most stupid stuff. You're just like, bro, grow up.
Grow up.
This is so childish.
That's so true.
Ew.
I think I'm gonna need to incorporate that more. Grow up.
That's me like rage quitting Instagram. Oh, grow up.
Grow
all
up.
This not like bye.
Yeah, we need to bring back some more 90s sayings.
For real. As
if I would ever let you sniff my socks, you freaking peasant. But yeah, I don't like that either, Tosh. Okay, something else I don't like. The TikTok ban.
Ooh.
Okay, wait, but
did you know it banned CapCut too?
It did. And I don't like that.
That really pissed me off. I'm sorry. I use CapCut every damn day.
Same.
Wow.
I don't like that. And okay, I need to be clear. I don't necessarily fully care too much about the TikTok ban, although it affects lots of my clients.
Right.
Because that is the business that I'm in. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, let's just make it work. Let's find a way to make it work. Whatever. What I don't like about the TikTok ban is the back and forth. Let's fucking pick a team, pick a side, get it right. I don't like that nobody knows what's going on. I don't like that there are no set rules. There's no set rules to anything anymore. I don't like that either. Okay, I'm going on a rant. But yeah, the TikTok ban, it opened up the doors because I'm just like, y'all. And then people are like transferring to these new apps like Red Note.
Yeah.
And things, and they're like, oh, you know, saying whatever they need to say, but then as soon as TikTok comes back on, they back on it.
Yeah.
But back on it talking shit about how like Americans are now going to be the ones running the app, which again, like I said, I don't care who runs the app. Like,
wait, runs what app? Runs TikTok?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And so that's pretty much what they're trying to do. Like, we want to run it.
Yeah.
Which, hey, I understand that.
I'm like,
also,
okay.
What pisses me off about it is like, y'all mobilized to ban TikTok.
Mobilized.
We can't get that
TikTok.
type of fast acting government action for shit else.
For nothing else.
Not gun violence. Nope. Not rights. Not taking our rights.
Don't like it.
Nothing, literally nothing. Healthcare, education,
yep.
Childcare. Y'all ain't helping us with nothing else that quickly. Well, actually, you're not helping us with nothing that quickly. Anything that's going to help us is going to take 2 presidential terms.
Yes,
for anything to actually go through. So that's annoying. And so for me, that's the like, okay, like how much does this even fucking matter? And maybe it matters way more than we know. But I honestly feel like, as an American, I was not threatened by TikTok.
Yeah, me either. Like, I'm just like, I just don't understand, why are y'all trying to pick and choose when you're not okay with people's data being taken. Like,
I think it's everything. It's control.
it's control.
Our government wants to control it.
It's like only we are allowed to take this information. Y'all aren't allowed. I don't care. For me, it's too much of a conversation, and for there not to be enough details. Like, if we're gonna have this big old conversation, give us details.
They're not gonna give us details. They don't want us to know the whole story.
No,
because then we might say, "Fuck everything! Social media, we're off. You guys have too much of my data. I'm burning all this stuff.
I burn it all." We're damn near there, but
we'll all be having foil hats. Like, don't think too loud. The government's listening.
Maybe those people are right. Those people are right. Now those people are like, I knew this day would come.
My house is lined with foil.
Like, did you watch Better Call Saul?
Yes,
like his brother.
He was like, I'm not letting any of this stuff.
None of this.
So yeah. Maybe that's why we don't know too much. My next one is a little lighter. When pants have like a super long crotch for whatever reason, and you're just like, why is this crotch so long?
Yeah,
I'm a female with female anatomy, so why is the crotch so big?
It's so big. Like, it's long.
It's long as heck. Like, I can get like roomy. Okay, sometimes it sweats, whatever, you want to have some room. But why is the crotch long? It's almost between my knees. It goes.
I was just gonna say
it's on my
knees to your belly button.
This is why? Who asked for this? Who's the fit model? Why are y'all doing this?
Especially when the booty looks hecka good.
Yes, and then the crotch is just long as heck. Like, why? You ever try? You're like, do I have these on backwards? And you twist it. It's like, no, it's worse. It's longer.
This is long crotch pants.
I've had so many pants like that. It's like, these pants are so cute, and then you order them online, which I have kind of stopped doing that. And then you put them on and it's like, they're cute and the back is cute, but the crotch is long as heck. And you try to roll them, but then, I don't know, it just never looks right. I hate that. It's a lost cause for me. Whenever I encounter that, I'm like, damn, I like these pants too, but now they're house pants.
Yeah, now they're house pants.
Now they're sleep pants.
Maybe I could cut them into shorts.
Okay. Because these are never, I'm never wearing these outside.
I'm never wearing
looking
these.
Crazy, sloppy for no reason.
For real, why does long crotch make you look so weird?
It
like alien like.
It looks like, I don't know what it looks like, but it's very unflattering for sure. Like, very like, ugh. Yeah. Every time I see myself like that, I'm like, oh my god, am I
long crotch?
Am I weird looking? What's going on with my proportions right now?
Okay, excuse my language for this last one, but I don't like hood nigga clothes.
Oh my god. We're just like
stand
Bart Simpson for no reason, like, or
Bart Simpson with a grill,
hood SpongeBob with a do-rag, like what?
And like they be wearing the like True Religions, like all the like brand name stuff in the ugliest way you could ever imagine.
The True Religions that are acid wash, have splotches, are super skinny, and have hella rips and tears. And you're just like, you got everything you can do to a jean is going on these jeans all at the same time.
And it's red, like it's a red jean.
Like, where did you find these? Where did you find these?
Oh, there's like a store in the Arden Mall. Well, pretty much all malls in this area now have like at least one pop-up store that only sells hood nigga clothes. Like, they got the bedazzled SpongeBob t-shirt. They got the red True Religions,
the Tasmanian devil jacket. Like, what?
They got that backpack with the shark on it.
Oh my god, yes. Is that Babe? I don't know. I may be wrong.
I don't know. Supreme or something? I don't know.
It's some
They brand. Have some Supreme something. I don't like it.
It's so tacky. But I actually like, what I love about people expressing their style is like, you immediately know when somebody is not your type of person.
Yes.
You know, they approach you in whatever capacity it is, professional, personal, friend, romantic lover. It's very easy to be like, oh yeah, I'm not following up on this interaction. Hi. But also, okay.
See you later.
Not interested.
Yeah.
Judgmental, I know. But no judgment, just opinion. Actually.
No judgment, just opinion. That's my opinion, is that y'all can keep it. Y'all can keep it. Let's move on from that quickly. I don't like it.
I don't like it. Oh my God. My next one is flower scented candles. or perfume or lotion, anything flowers that I cannot.
Like specific flower?
If it could be jasmine and like something else that's not flower, but when it's like flower and that's it, I almost get allergies. It's almost like I have to sneeze. This smells very old lady-ish and very like, I don't know. It smells like allergies. I get really bad spring allergies too, so that could be why.
True.
It's very like my nose is
PTSD.
like it's too flowery,
because I feel like
pollen.
A flower candle smells like the bathroom to me, like it belongs in the restroom.
Yeah.
Flower scents are hit or miss for me. I feel like rose scented things, okay, you can kind of keep that. You know what I mean? Rose scented
artificial
things
rose. Like if it's rose water, that's really nice.
Yes,
but
rose
if it's
water.
like rose Bath and Body Works, it's gonna smell very like soapy and I don't know. Not even after a while, not mixed with your body scent. It doesn't even smell like rose. It smells like, again, kind of old lady perfume.
But you know which flower scented scent got me through a long ways? What was it called? It was like sweet pea or sweet peony.
Oh my God, yes, sweet pea. I used to like sweet pea. But sweet pea was like flour mixed with like vanilla or something. It was like a sweet flour kind of thing. I'm talking about when it's really just like daisy. Like Marc Jacobs Daisy is one that I'm just like, that just smells like straight like grass with those little things. Yes, fresh cut grass, and I'm sitting on it with no shoes on,
and it's damp,
like, and it's spring and the sun's shining. I'm like,
like hay fever, bees and shit.
Oh my God!
Like, oh my God!
This is too much. Okay. I need a Benadryl.
I need a Benadryl. I don't like it. I don't like it. Word. Are we going for one more, or how are we feeling?
I have one more.
Okay. Let me see. What's something else I don't like? Because I had 3, but I'm sure I can think of something. I don't like when people stand too close to you.
Oof, yeah.
Especially at the store.
Space.
Like, personal
space. We
space.
had that 6 feet sticker. Once they pulled the stickers up, people were like on you.
Yes.
And I've had to on more than one occasion recently, like just really turn and face the person and just be like,
can you back up?
I'm here, man, and I'm not happy with how close you are. When I move, you almost tell them with your energy, like, when I move up this time, don't move.
Don't move.
The line hasn't moved. I'm trying to get away from you.
Literally. Get off me. Like, and also too, when the lines get really, really long at the store, and you know that little, like, walkway that
like the main aisle that everyone's trying to walk through it. I hate being in there. I know exactly what you're saying. When I'm like, when it's your turn to be there, you're like, oh, I hate this. Being in a high traffic area, hate it.
But I also don't like, mixed in with that, when people don't know when to scoot up. Like,
okay,
can you scoot up? I be having to tell Rod that too when we're driving. Like, he'll drive like super slow and then like lead up, and I'll be like, bro, scoot up.
No, for real. I hate when people break it. They're like hecka far away for no reason. Like, why are you? Do you know something I don't? Is this car about to reverse? What? Right. What's going on?
Like we've been talking about throughout the show, or throughout How to Be Real's existence. Balance. Okay, like not too close, not too far. Just right.
Like if you're behind me, you can't be far enough.
Right.
But
right. If you're in front of me,
don't get. Come on now.
Right. On up. You saw that person? Move. It's almost our turn.
Especially the Costco gas station.
Right. For real. Scoot.
Don't get me started.
Up. I don't like that.
People be scoot up before someone cuts us all off. Oh my God. Okay, my last one is I really do not like when people who can sing really well put a lot of auto-tune on their songs. This happens a lot. Like it happens a lot. There's so many singers. I can name so many with so many great voices. And you're just like, why did you auto-tune this?
You didn't need to.
You did not need this auto-tune. We love your voice. And I feel like you sound weird on this with this auto-tune. Some people, that's your sound. And I get that. But baby, if you have your own timbre, your own, your own vibration that we love to hear, like let's hear it.
Yeah.
Like no one wants to hear Frank Ocean auto-tuned. Like let me hear that tone. How are we gonna know it's really him?
Really?
Shoot.
Like, you know who does that? Who did something with her voice, and not like I was a big listener or anything like that, but is it Chloe Bailey?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, girl, you can actually sing. Now, again, like I said, I'm not your target audience or really like your huge fan like that, but I respect you and I know you have a great voice.
Okay.
Girl, the songs that you are making are like for like, I don't know.
Teeny boppers.
Yeah. And also sing. Okay. Yes. So +1 to
Ooh,
you.
sorry. My hair. I saw my hair out of my peripheral, and I just was like, "What is that?"
You're right.
I forgot my hair was down because it feels like it's up. So I forgot. Anyway, tweaking. But yes, I hate it. I hate it. If you can sing, sang. We want to hear you.
We want to hear you.
We want to hear your raw voice. I don't even care.
Come on.
Give it to me raw.
Thank you.
And that will wrap up our I don't like that segment. I do like that segment. I do too.
I do like.
And I think coming into this year, I think it's a good addition to the show.
Same.
It's a lot not to like.
Right. We need a space to vent.
Yeah. You know, weave in some sillies with some like actual, wow, I hate this.
Exactly.
But yes. That'll bring us to our thank you. And if you listen to our live or, if you're listening now, obviously, or watching now, we're obviously not at SAC Creative Studios, but our thank you is going to Sacramento Creative Studios. Just like a wonderful place to record our podcast. It's been our home for over a year now.
Yeah.
And we've really settled into the space. And Matt is an amazing person. If you're in Sacramento and you're looking for podcast rooms, photo studio, or anything creative, perfect place to go.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Literally, he treats everybody with care.
He's Matt is a great person.
So responsive.
He's so responsive, yeah.
Just a really good human being.
Yes. So giving love to Sacramento Creative Studios right now because, they had an incident and things are closed, but things are getting handled, and we can't wait to be back home.
Yes, can't wait. And thank you so much to ESAC Fitness, where we are currently.
Yes.
In this beautiful yoga studio. Thank you for the space in our time of need.
Absolutely. The perfect impromptu, okay, here we are.
Yes, and we're doing it.
And this was nice. It's a very peaceful space.
It was. My knees are about ready to get on up.
But exactly. My gosh.
But
this is good. This is good for them. Good training. Exactly. Good. Like, dang, do I need to sit on the floor, Mom?
I know. That's what
this is a lot.
This is a lot. But that'll bring us to our closeout. So again, thank you guys so much for being loyal listeners. We have so much appreciation for you.
Love so much.
And we love to stay connected with you. We have some really cool things upcoming for 2025. So make sure to follow us at howtobereal on Instagram and TikTok. Again, for as long as that is around, we will see.
We're there as long as TikTok is there, baby.
Yep. And you can also use that handle to find us on YouTube. Personal pages, I'm at justsay_tay.
And I am at the Tasha B.
Yes. And so you can also email us, heyhowtobereal at gmail.com. We love to listen to any listener letters. We can share them on the show if you're down for something like that. Any advice you want to give us, if you just want to say, hey, go ahead and slide into the inbox. We're there for you. And also leave us a rating and review on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, wherever you're listening to this right now, on YouTube. Drop a comment, like, subscribe, all the things. You know what to do.
You know what to do, baby. It's 2025.
Okay. All those things help us to reach a broader audience and really build our community. So you're helping us out every single time, and we appreciate it. And you can find all of this information in the show notes of this episode, as well as we still have our freebie available for all of our community members.
Check it out.
If you're looking for a little nice walking meditation story time, we got that for you on YouTube.
Yes. It's very, very soothing. I listened to it last week.
Yes.
Very nice.
And we also have journal prompts that you can download and respond to. They're based off of the How to Be Real card game, which we also created and which is also available, or actually will be making maybe a reappearance sometime soon.
Yes. We need to restock that ASAP because now more than ever we need a conversation.
Okay. Period.
We need that.
Period. And with that being said, I will pass it to my friend Tasha B to take us through our random reel.
Yes, today's random reel is actually an excerpt from a Maya Angelou poem called Surviving.
Put it on us.
Where the winds of disappointment dash my dream house to the ground, and anger, octopus-like, wraps its tentacles around my soul, I just stop myself. I stop in my tracks and look for one thing that can heal me. I find in my memory one child's face, any child's face, looking at a desired toy with sweet surprise. A child's face with hopeful expectation in its eyes. The second I realize I'm gazing at a face, sweet with youth and innocence, I am drawn away from gloom and despair and into the pleasing climate of hope.
Wow.
So that felt fitting for me to share because when I read it, it brought me a little bit of joy
I love
and a little
that.
bit of hope in these
Yes.
times, if not a little crumb of it. So yeah, just wanted to share it. And please find hope, find joy, and
Yeah.
stay real.
Stay real. Stay real. Right.
Peace, y'all.